Peace and blessings to you all. This is Christina, the channel for Athella. We can either shift into 5D, where our income, our flow, we're receiving it with grace and poise and ease. New opportunities for service are arriving, or we can stick with the old ideas about I have to go to my 9 to 5 in order to make money, or I have to work hard and I lost my job. And we can stay in these programmed paradigms of the third dimension, or we can shift into our 5D awareness. I invite you then to listen to Athella's voice. The Blu-ray transmissions are active. Athella is a Sirian from Sirius B. She is an ascended blue-ray being like a dolphin. And today is day 11 in our meditations for wealth consciousness. I invite you then to sit back, relax, join us. And as a kickoff, we have a question from Jen in California. I'm going to speak the question as Jen has wrote it. Thank you so much, Jen, for just emailing a really, really great question. It's a topic I think a lot of people is on a lot of people's minds. And I'm going to let then Athella respond to the question. So right now you're seeing Christina, the personality, and here in a minute I'll step aside and I'll allow Athella to channel through me and answer this question. Let's take it to the boss because she's the one who knows. So Jen asks, I seem to receive money with ease. I'm in the flow, my thoughts, my actions, all is congruent to my wealth consciousness. But then when I receive the money, it seems to go out and I seem to be bone dry really quickly. Seems like as soon as I receive it, I've lost it again. How do I accumulate my wealth? How do I hold on to money as I receive it? How can I continue to grow in my wealth consciousness if I have all the bills to pay and when I'm paid, all my money is going outbound? So I'm paraphrasing her question here. Very good question. Thank you, Jen. And I'm going to pass this off to Athella for higher wisdom. Hope you all enjoy, relax as you listen in. And we'll begin our meditation as well. The beginning is to feel your oneness with life. Allow yourself to quiet the head. Allow that your head and all those thoughts are quieting, and feel your inner lights. Begin with your breath. Attune to the frequency. Attune to the frequency of Sirian satellite. Don't let your mind get involved. Feel the vibration of Sirian satellite is a blue ray experience. Feel it. Feel your body. Narrow your attention to this moment. You are alive. You are awake. Why do we begin always here in this plumb line, this center line? Why do we anchor ourselves to the now so much instead of exploring the logics of Jennifer's question? We can't proceed in the awareness or the consciousness until self-realization is active. Athella will assume that you are all sitting quietly with your breath multiple times per day to feel your own light, to be. Once you are aware of your oneness with life, and this is a habit, not a pit stop, you are more integrated in your being. You are more present. You are able to see thoughts, to witness them, without getting tangled in the productions of the mind. This is mastery. And before we can move forth, some level of mastery must be acquired. That's why we begin with the primary, feeling your oneness, breathing, coming right here, right now, inviting your awareness to be at the forefront. You are experiencing this now. If you are still watching this video and you are channeling its energy, then you are feeling the blue ray light, the satellite of Sirius B. You are feeling your connection to your own light. To answer Jennifer's question, now that you are centered and the mind is quiet, the answer to this question is that it seems there is still a misunderstanding. Are you still looking externally for some kind of money? Are you still believing that there could be some other cause for this effect other than your own state of awareness? What I mean is, you are causing this. I know that humans do not like to hear that you are solely responsible for the reality, outpicturing, and the forms that are arising. You are perpetuating this. The very fact that you have written this question points to there is a misunderstanding about your consciousness. You are the creator. There is no other cause here. Stop believing so much in the thoughts and the story about how your flow arrives and suddenly it goes out. Looking deeply inside this story, you might find feelings of injustice.
feelings of fear that are still lingering about, rolling around in the head. Don't believe it. Just see it for what it is. This is a story, and I have decided to write about it and ask Athella about it. It's a story that has had a long time to simmer and brew in my mind. I've made a habit of thinking about this situation of receiving money, doing it very well, and then suddenly I am, as you say, bone dry. Now you have added image. You have added an image to the story, which makes it more energetic even. The more energy and attention that you give to this story, the more belief that has gone into it. It becomes imbued, beautified, dramatic even. Then the mind will seek a solution. The cause of all of this is inward, and you also have the magnificent power to change. A while ago, Athella asked that you write out a new story. If your mind is going to be thinking thoughts, they might as well be thoughts of love, joyfulness, receiving flow, and your lifestyle, living in wealth and financial freedom. Do away with the story that doesn't serve you. You can do this by observing it and using several of the techniques that we have presented to you in these meditations. Anytime the mind latches onto this story. As the old stories dissolve away, your outer circumstances must change. Some of you have used the phrase, I have lost my job. Athella, I have lost my job. You haven't lost anything. You are a being. You are energy. You could never be created, you could never be destroyed, and that is the ultimate truth. Instead, you have gained. You have gained the opportunity to go inward in your inside sanctuary. You have gained the opportunity to discover the fear, to meet it head on. The fear of loss, for example. You are gaining the opportunity to move beyond the concept of having to go to a job. Certain jobs, certain hours of these jobs, certain careers or vocations. These concepts, they're being rinsed away from your consciousness. You are gaining the opportunity to create, to radically create with the universe. Can you allow yourself to open up to seeing this as a positive, not a loss? Can you feel now that the universe will guide you towards new opportunities for income? Yes, Athella believes in you. Athella knows that you can feel it in your heart. If you step out of the mind and you feel in your heart, you will know that these words are true. Instead of seeing it or saying it as, I have lost my job, How am I going to make money? You can see instead that you are graduating, and you can speak it like this. I am now open to all the possibilities. All the doors are opening for me to receive my flow. I let go. I trust. I now receive passive income in surprising, magical ways. I open my arms to receive. It's not just words. It's not just saying the words. It's attuning to the energy again and again. It's feeling this new language is now your lifestyle. It's the energy that you are embodying. You are seeing the spiritual quarantine as a retreat, a reset. And you are thankful, you are giving thanks for this time to be able to go inward. Self-inquiry, meditation, reprogramming your wealth consciousness. You are gaining. Maybe your new light service will be totally different than your old career, and that is okay. Do not permit your mind to hold you back. Welcome to the fifth dimension. Welcome it with open arms. Now Athella has gifted you the tools. In your toolkit, you have many tools to help with triggers and the fear, the pain, the suffering of the mind. You have many tools that we have presented from Series B, including how to calm the central nervous system when you feel afraid or sad or lost. How to move beyond the mind. All of this is provided in these quiet meditations. Jennifer, I hope that this has answered your question, filled with light and the transmission. It will help all of you to raise your vibration. I know also that Julia has a question Athella would like to answer as well. Julia, what would you like to ask?
Hello, Athella. Thank you very much. It was really already a beginning of, yes, I want to ask actually a bit more radical question, right? You have been talking about the fact that we will be tested, our commitment to move to a different level of consciousness, our belief, our new way of speaking. Yes, you are doing it, you're making presentations, everything is okay. And then suddenly something big happens, big event, which is like stopping you for a moment, you are out of rails, something like, I don't want the list, you can imagine something which brings to suffering. And how can we, in this moment, remember to step back into our path of the one we have chosen to the light, to the next level of consciousness.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting and soliciting the question of triggers and pain, suffering. So you are going well along your journey of consciousness, presence, meditations, all is fine, and then wham, you are slammed or blindsided by a trigger. Something big explodes, exploding in your face. A test. Don't run. That is what Athella advises you. Turn towards it and face the lion. You see, within each human, there is a beast. It's called the brain. The thinking mind is a beauty, and it is also a beast. Oh, yes. When the tiger rears its roaring face, some situation, some circumstance has come up, and you are in the suffering, you are already there, the trigger. It is quite difficult, quite challenging to turn and face the feeling, to be with it. This is the test. In the moment you feel triggered, you must stop, find a place where you can be alone with yourself and feel. Don't run. Feel the beast. Feel it in the body. Sit with it or stand with it, but be with it. Notice on the curve or the outside of the feeling, you will feel the body reacting. You may shake or tremble. There may be tears. Let it come up. Then, as you sit and you breathe with it, you will find that the pain, the manifestation of the emotion, it may peak and come to a point where it seems unbearable. Let it blow up. Let it happen. I did not say this would be easy. It is challenging. It is fierce. It can be very difficult to sit with painful emotions and triggers. There is one guarantee. If you allow that you will feel it fully, if you will be with it, if you will be with the beast and let it roar, if you will but sit or stand with it and feel, the guarantee is that you will move through it. You will transcend it. It will become a teacher. If you need assistance or support sitting with very difficult trigger, the mind is generating anxiety feelings, the body is reacting. You may call upon your guides or Athella. Use your partners, your brothers and sisters in the human experience, your family, your animals. Tell them that you are triggered and you need assistance, just being with it. They do not need to give you advice. They can simply sit with you as you feel. The feelings cannot stay. They will pass. The promise is that as you allow and you surrender, you will move through it. It may take several sittings, quieting the mind, feeling the feelings, and allowing the release. It may take a few sittings for it to fully express and release. After this peak, after the experiencing or feeling of the beast, you will find a clarity. This is where solutions come. You are giving it up to universe, to the source divine for resolution. You can do this in your meditation. You are supported. During these challenging moments, you must know there are leagues of angels surrounding you. You are never alone. You could never be alone. You are one with all of life. Please know that the mind is the beast. It's a beauty, it's a beast, and the mind is what creates this. And you are taming your mind. As you are tested, as you are called forth with difficult challenge, you are also becoming a warrior. You will face it, and you will move through it.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Athella.
Gratitude to all of you who are sticking with it and are moving through wealth consciousness to understand and realize this is not just about wealth. It's about freedom. The Syrian view is that humans are here to play, to enjoy life. Life is the playground, and you get to play on the apparatus. Taming the mind and moving beyond the mind is one of the greatest challenges for all humans. Athella is happy to help you, to be a guiding hand, to come back here, to your true home. Syrian love and light.
Breathing at your own rhythm and pace. Bringing the meditation to a close. However, we never close our meditation. We're always meditating in the here and now. I want to thank all of you and thank Athella. Beautiful insights today. I know you'll be listening to again and again, and we look forward to our next meditation on wealth consciousness. 21 days. Just imagine 21 days to create a new consciousness. And that's where all of you are. Is you're realizing who you really are. And in 21 days, step by step, we get to feel so supported, so divinely supported. No matter what the challenge is, we can come back again and again to this light truth. I want to thank the Syrian community as well for allowing this material to come in our 5D awareness, helping everyone to step up and to live financial freedom, which is our divine birthright. It truly is health and wealth, success, love, relationships, the whole ride. Available, and it's available for you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Julia. Love and light, and we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.